Hi all, in this video I will be discussing another problem on Charpit's method. Solve 2xz minus px square minus 2qxy plus pq equal to 0. So the given question is already in the form f is equal to 0. That means we can directly write down f. F is the left hand side of this equation. Now let's find out all the first order partial derivatives of f with respect to x, y, z, p, q partially. I have already found out those for you. This is what we get. You can pause the video and then go through the steps if you want so. Now let us find minus p fp minus q fq, and I have already done that for you, which is, you can pause the video and go through the steps. Next we find fx plus pfz and fy plus qfz, which I have done already for you. You can pause the video and go through the steps likewise. See, these are the values. Now what we have to do, we have to substitute all our findings in our auxiliary equation of Charpit's method. Now we are going to substitute all our findings in the auxiliary equation, and thus after considering the last two ratios and then simplifying, we get dq equal to 0. Now let us integrate dq equal to 0. After integrating this, we get q is equal to a. Now let us substitute q equal to a in our given equation to find the p. Yes, this is our p. Now let us substitute p and q in the relation dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. After substitution, we get now we are going to solve this by separating the variables. In the left hand side we have dz and dy, that is why I bring z minus ay to the left hand side. So dz minus a dy divided by z minus ay will be 2x dx divided by x square minus a square. The variables are separated now. Now we can integrate this and find the solution. Before that, let me introduce you to another shortcut formula for integration. If you are having an integration, say denominator differentiation is numerator. Whatever is in the denominator, if you are differentiating that, if you are getting numerator, then the answer will be log of denominator. So here z minus ay differentiation will be dz minus a dy. Thus we are getting the numerator. That is the reason we are applying this rule here. Even in the right hand side we can apply the same rule. If you are differentiating the denominator, say x square minus a square, the differentiation will be 2x dx. We are getting the numerator. Thus we can apply this formula for both left hand side as well as right hand side. So your answer will be now, after integrating, log of z minus ay log of x square minus a square. This is done after integrating. Since both the terms are log, we can add a term, say log b, on both sides. Now in order to cancel this log term, I am going to apply another rule of logarithming, that is, we know the rule like log m plus log n can be written as log mn. Thus this right hand side can be written as log of b x square minus a square. Now you can cancel the log on both sides by applying the anti-log. So your answer will be z minus ay equal to b into x square minus a square. Thus this is our required partial differential equation solution. Now let us solve another problem. 2z plus p square plus qy plus 2y square equal to 0. So the given question is already in the form f equal to 0. Now let us find out all the first order partial derivatives of f with respect to p, q, x, y, z. And I have done that already for you. You can take your own time in understanding the steps. Next, we find all the terms required in our auxiliary equation. Minus pfp minus qfq, which is this, fx plus pfz, fy plus qfz. Now let us substitute all our findings in the auxiliary equation of Charpit's method. Thus, we get this ratios. You can consider any two ratios for finding p and q. Now I am considering the first and fourth ratio, which is dx by minus 2p dp by 2p. You can cancel the common terms on both sides. So you will get minus dx, which is dp. Since the variables are already separated, you can integrate this further. So integral of minus dx equal to integral of dp, and the integral of constant is constant into variable, so minus x, and I am adding an integrating constant, say a. Here also the variable is p, so integral of constant is constant into variable, so here variable is p, so I am writing p. Now we have got p as a minus x. Thus we can substitute p in a given equation, or else you can use any two ratio again to find a q, but substituting in the given equation seems to be better. Now let us substitute p equal to a minus x in our given equation to find q. Thus we have got the p and q finally. Now we can substitute p and q in the relation dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. Now this is what we get. We have to separate the variables and integrate to get our answer z, which is in terms of x and y. Now let us multiply on both sides of the equation by 2y square in order to separate the variables and then integrate. This is what we get. Now we can integrate this further. Before that, we have to rearrange the terms so that integration becomes easier. Now this is what we get after simplifying and rearranging the terms. You can pause the video as you like to go through the steps. What I have done is, I have bring 4yz to the left hand side, and then I have taken 2 common from the left hand side. Here in the right hand side, I have taken minus common from these two terms, and this term is left as it is because we can integrate this easily. Whatever I have written in a yellow colored pen is nothing but it is a differential of y square z, and whatever I have written in a rose colored pen is nothing but a differential of a minus x the whole square y square. And that is the reason I was telling you before that Charpit's method is a little bit tough to find out the answer. Now all the variables are separated. You can integrate this and then directly write down the answer. So after integrating, you get 2, the differential operator cancels, you get y square z. Here also the differential operator cancels, so you get a minus x square y square minus integration of y cube with respect to y is y raised to 4 by 4, and you have to add an constant, say I am adding b. Thus we have got our answer. You can simplify this further. Now this will be our solution of the partial differential equation. I hope you have understood whatever steps I have mentioned here.